So let me ask you a question. A recruiter calls one of your employees, maybe your top talent, maybe your middle of the road talent. Would they listen? Would they stay at your organization? Would they leave? What will your employees do? This is a really good testament to the value of coaching. If you don't know that answer, or at least high level have a good inkling of what they would do, then you're probably vulnerable. Maybe you're not even engaged. Maybe your managers aren't even engaged. So when we talk about if people will stay or go, there are reasons why people leave organizations. And all too often, we try to keep people at the exit interview or when they give us their 2-week notice. And we ask the question, what will it take to get you to stay? Meaning we show value in them, but we tend to show value in a very reactive way, not a proactive way. So, why people quit? The number one reason people quit today is their boss. Now, if you're in the training profession, you should love this joke. Nobody has ever said in an exit interview, you know what, our curriculum design is just subpar, and I got to tell you, our e-learning really has a long way to go with design. The number one reason people quit is their boss. They don't quit organizations. They don't quit human resource departments. They don't quit training departments. They quit their boss. Now, sometimes they quit their boss, and that's unfair to the boss, because maybe the employee hasn't asked for help. Maybe they haven't reached out for feedback. But the number one thing that motivates people today is a sense of progress or daily achievement or accomplishment. And what do? We typically call people into corporate America, into our offices to do what? Give the good stuff or maybe the constructive feedback. So when a boss meets with someone on a scheduled weekly, bi-weekly basis to invest in their careers, they're going to be less likely to leave than someone who is not engaged with their boss. Certainly not rocket science. So what do we do about this? I want you to think about a SWOT analysis of every one of your employees, and I'm going to teach you a really cool conversation model. So when we leverage people's strengths, the Gallup organization just reported, people will engage 8 times more than when we lead with constructive feedback. So let's say Bob is one of our employees, and we know Bob's been a really loyal, devoted employee. For the most part, really understands the products and services, has done his job for a while, and is pretty gifted at his job. But he does not work well with others. So let's say we want to have a conversation with him. What this is called is scaling. You're going to scale from strength to weaknesses. You're going to scale from strength to weaknesses. Here's how you do it. Bob, one of the things I love about you is you're really gifted. You know your products. You've been doing the job. You're very self-sufficient. And I think about combining that with an increased ability to work well with others. What goes through your mind? Now, what I just did is I scaled from strengths to weaknesses. I'm going right across the SWOT acronym. The reason you do that is you're leading with the strength versus calling him in and saying, Bob, I'm really upset you're not working well with others. What's he supposed to do? He's going to get defensive. He's going to think of reasons why you're not right. Now, the cool thing is you can go to the OT of SWOT, the opportunities and threats. That's the emotional attachment for the element of change. So again, when we think about opportunities or threats, that's the WIFT. What's in it for them? Let me give you an example. Bob, one of the things I love about you, you're self-sufficient. You really know your products and services. You've done the job. You really don't have to be managed. And I think about combining that with an increased ability to work with other people. I'm wondering what opportunities that will afford you, or what threats do you think that might mitigate? And what that does is it gets them to see the value in changing and embracing your suggestion, which is really done what? Off of the leveraging of a strength. So we teach a whole system called SWOT-based coaching. But this is a way that you can check in with your people, find out where they have opportunities, where they have threats, how to leverage their strengths, how to mitigate the weaknesses. And really, weaknesses are nothing more than opportunities to improve. And if we use that type of language, good things will happen. If you're interested, send me an email. If you're looking for a coaching training system, I'd love to share with you our Train the Trainer solution. I hope this has helped.